you guys? M12 Warthog here, back with another episode of Strategy Guide, and we're playing the colonization official map, and we're going to pick off from where we left off last time. So at this point, I think I'm doing pretty good. So now what I can do for some of these territories I've noticed is I can push through, like this one, and attack here without having to leave troops behind, because if I take this over, it's not going to be a border. I guess I could do the same for this one if I launch an attack here, but also put troops here for an attack here. Now another thing I could probably easily do, and the reason why I'm buying way more troops for it, is to put everything there and attack their leader. Now, if I get that, of course, I'm going to get all of the rest of Northern Africa and a lot of territory in Europe. But of course, like always, not everything goes always as planned. Not everything, but it doesn't matter. Thing to send that there. Have this go here. What I think I'm gonna do now is to sort of block off their leader from being able to get to a naval port. That way it won't send all their units on a ship and get them out of here and retreat back to here, because then I would have to attack all of that, and it would just be easier if I got their leader to begin with. Now what I'm going to do is compensate for casualties and send 200 in. I definitely want 100 left. At least 100 left when I take over the territory. So I'm going to do that. That there. And I think our plan is ready to be set into motion. Okay, so what I've done now is I really can't use these 492 troops unless I move them here. I think what I'm going to do is attack them here directly, but what I'm also going to do is send 200 that way so they really can't move their leader there, and if they do, then I get it, but I also get their leader here if they just decide to stand and take a fight there. I'm going to move this here because this mountain... this range of mountains here blocks this from being bordered, so this territory cannot attack that, so having those troops there would be pointless at the moment. So let's see how everything else went. So I pretty much got their leader quite good, and now I'm going to move that in there. Now I have to arm every single border that I have now. I have a lot of new borders. I guess I don't really need to arm the islands in the middle of the Mediterranean. I almost said Mesopotamia again. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is once I finish arming all of this, I think I have a great idea. I'm either going to do a great challenge or just some recognition and just challenge whoever says no, eliminate them, and then when I'm done, get everyone else to agree with me. Which, technically, we're still under the effects of the previous one. I could probably vote for a new one soon. And, yeah, I could. But, at the moment, all I just need to do is attack these 3 territories up here, and we'd have no problem. That'll cost 500. Okay, 600 is the most I can do. That will be 200 per territory out of the 3 that I'm attacking from. It's actually not that bad. Put 200 there. I'll put 200 there. And another 200 there. Okay, so not bad. Not bad. Now it's probably best to do this as soon as possible before anyone changes their mind and issue this. Now, I guess I still could go to war against certain nations if I wanted to. Like this nation here, they only have their leaders right on the border, so I guess if I wanted to, I could attack it, and I think I'm going to take that opportunity to do so. I'm going to move that there, and I'm going to put 100 here. And they move their leader out of the way, which is actually not a bad idea. But I can still go after them. And I think I have a feeling that they're going to counterattack this area, so I'm just going to reinforce that with some more troops. It's always good to have more than what you need, that way in case something goes wrong. Okay, so there's only two said yes, two said no, but they were different ones. But Canada still remained the same to us, and then we just got Peru, which is just going to get destroyed here because you are not welcome if you are going to say that you don't recognize me as the greatest emperor ever. Or, no, I'm playing as the US president ever, I guess. I don't know. And that gets confusing, because I've played a lot of Civilization, and what they refer to you as changes with your government. They'll refer to you as, like, an emperor, or president. I'm not sure what to call me in this situation, because I have so much territory. I'm like an empire, where you have control over many different other nations that we took from people, and different people that we just assimilated into our own, like an empire. But I guess in a way we've done that already, but we haven't taken other people's stuff. They just came here and we just assimilated them into what we do, which is, I guess, kind of a good thing. If you think about it, their diversity here is actually quite good, because I think there's like so much stuff to do, like in places I don't travel a lot, but something tells me that if I went to New York City, I could eat at a different place every day, and it could be from like a different part of the world for like 11 years before I ended up having to eat at a place I've already been to. I don't know. Okay, taking them out. They didn't want to play nice, so I tried to play nice to them, and they didn't want to play along, so they got wrecked. Now what I'm going to do is launch an attack here, and here. I can easily launch an attack from there now that I've taken that out. I did not arm that. Maybe I didn't, I lost all my troops. Kind of hard to pay to multiple fronts, which is sort of the downside you get if you do a ballot and not everything goes the way you expected. I expected at least the people, at least Canada, to agree with me, because we've been allies for so long and I've been helping them. They haven't been so much as to, they're not ones eager to expand after this, and I guess if you don't really expand, then I guess you're not really going to win. It's sort of already decided that you're not going to be able to, but no, maybe you just don't have the money, or maybe he's having economic problems. Either way, he's an ally of mine. I'm going to send him a very, very generous offer of gold to him. Okay. So, I'm going to attack them there. Now I'm going to go here. Get rid of them. Now at this point, I'm going to put more troops here. I'm going to put 300 there. I'm going to put some here. And if I win, this is the most important attack. If I win this, then they're not going to be able to fight back, I guess. So right now, we have 3 nations left. We have Canada, Sweden, and the United States left in this scenario. Now my only thing is, which of the two am I going to attack first? Now, I'm not going to attack the one... Now, I really don't have anything against either groups of people, but in the scenario-wise, Canada's been our ally for a long time. Though I know right where their leader is, and if I attack this, it prevents them from sending their leader here because of the mountains, and I can easily take that out and gain everything that they have full control over North and South America. Or I could take out people who are more than likely willing to attack us if it interests them because they're not allies with me. I can't even cast another ballot at this time. Can't even do that. But it doesn't matter, I'd rather distribute money at the moment. Sort of increase our happiness, that way we don't have to worry about stuff. And also, distributing money to territories also allows them to increase the amount of money you get out of the territories in future turns for taxes and all that stuff. I think I already know what I'm going to have to do. I'm not really wanting to do this, but it's the only way we can progress. And I'm not going to sit around 5 turns waiting for someone else to come to me with their problems of war. I'm going to bring it to them. Sorry, I have nothing against you. This is just a game, but off you go. I go right there. This is gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. I don't want to do any of this stuff. Okay, at the moment. Okay, I gotta get this here. Doing any of that. Okay, I think we're doing pretty good. Put that there. I think what I'm gonna do is put 400 there. And I don't think they're gonna be able to attack me next turn. So I think my best bet now is to directly attack them. To a naval attack. So they're done. So at this point, I can either get my ally, the only other remaining nation who happens to be my ally, to agree to a terms of peace through a ballot of recognition. I can challenge to a great war, or I could just straight up declare war on them. Which would be mean, because they've been my allies. So at this point, I'm just going to do some recognition and hope they agree to this. This will determine whether or not I will have to forcibly declare war on them, or if I win. Either way, I am prepared to go in at whatever measures and get them destroyed. And if they do, I want to have more than just 20 on the borders, which I started out with early on, because I didn't have a lot to give to all my borders at the moment when that happened, but now that I do, I want to be able to be ready for this in case he goes against my decision. I mean, either way, he's not going to win, but one results in me having to destroy my ally, and I don't really feel like doing that, because we've been, like, pretty much on the same side for, like, almost the whole battle throughout the scenario. And that can sometimes suck when you have to sort of destroy them now. Okay, so I'm making naval fleets just in case. putting them on their naval fleets, putting one here to attack this coastline here, take them by surprise, all that kind of stuff. Now my best option is to wait and see what they do. Oh yeah, this is a border that I didn't really do anything about, and I probably should. Okay, not bad. Not bad. And there you go. That is a victory. RIP headphone users. Now, before I end off this video, I want to go over what I would have done. If they said no, and they said nay, that means they would have gone to war with me. So, what I would have done is sent my naval fleet here to follow them, attack them there. This naval fleet would attack them there, or if their naval fleet retreated onto land, I would attack their land force with all my surrounding ones down here, which I could easily do because I surround them on all sides, then go there. I would attack this territory by land, along with this one here, all along the border here. This one would I'd probably buy more troops and attack this territory here and here, while this one that I armed would attack this one, and then this one would go up here and attack this one by surprise. Mainly taking out this one would block off my enemy's ability to move their leader anywhere else, and then I would attack them next turn because they really don't have a lot of money that they're getting because they also lost territory and people that they can tax as well for making money for their troops and whatnot. But they decided to recognize me as the greatest leader, and hopefully we'll have a peaceful relationship until the end of time, hopefully. But then again, this is just a scenario and a strategy game. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, taking the time to leave any comments, questions, or feedback for me in the comment section down below would be highly appreciated, and I will see you guys later in another video. Bye-bye!